So I recently came across this video and I wanted to investigate it. And although the news segment here is in Spanish, this appears to be a claim that originated in the United States.
En relación a el que no estés vacunado tienes una mejor calidad del semen.
El esperma de no vacunado es la nueva Bitcoin.
Pues ya lo han visto. Se lo contábamos antes de marcharnos a publicidad. El semen de los no vacunados se ha convertido en una criptomoneda en Estados Unidos. Andrea Liao.
Sí, un 400%. Pero hemos querido preguntarle a los expertos si esto puede llegar a ser verdad. Y para empezar hemos acudido a un experto, él tiene una consulta de donantes y le hemos preguntado cuáles son los requisitos que tiene que cumplir un donante de esperma y si a partir de ahora podría ser un requisito entre los donantes que puedan estar vacunados o no, para que de eso dependa la calidad de su esperma. Escuchen.
Donantes de semen son los que nos marca el Real Decreto al respecto. Es un hombre sano entre 18 y 45 años sin enfermedad.
Now, for anybody who doesn't speak Spanish, it's understandable that you wouldn't know what this guy just said. Plus, I didn't include any subtitles. Well, don't feel bad, because guess what? I don't know what he said either. So first of all, the bit where he was talking is cut, is clipped. So he was saying something prior to this. And if that's not enough, I didn't cut the video. This is not me clipping it. That's it. This is the end of the video. That's where it abruptly ends. So not only do I not know what else he was going to say, I don't know what he said before. So it's hard for me to understand the words that he's saying. But from what I gather, he's saying something about the donors must be between 18 and 40 and be healthy, and that's as much as I can gather from this little bit of audio from him. Now hear me out, because this next part is conjecture. I could be wrong, but at the beginning of the video there's a guy dressed in blue. He's obviously some form of a physician, and what he's saying in this short clip is that if you're not vaccinated, you have a better quality in your sperm. Since this is also clipped, it could have easily been the case that a doctor was talking about this claim, but not really supporting it. So this could easily be a quote taken completely out of context. For example, maybe in the next 5 seconds, he was going to say how ridiculous this claim is. This could have been done by the people running the news or by the one who made this video. But again, this is just conjecture. Now, let's be fair. It does say at the bottom left part of the video that this is part 1. However, I'm still waiting for part 2. I would still call this highly dishonest, even if they are thinking of making a part 2, which I am yet to see. So let's go ahead and check it out. Let's investigate. This website makes a pretty thorough deconstruction of this false claim with lots of links and references. I think I recommend this one the most. This other website explains how this claim grew popularity on Reddit and the account was reportedly suspended. Tends to happen when you spread misinformation. Now let's go ahead and check this other website. So in here it's reported how the FDA hasn't added a vaccine requirement for sperm donation. But this one is more related to the fact that COVID is not transmissible through sperm. It's not a relevant disease in reproductive tissue donation, as reported. That's why they don't care if you're vaccinated or not. But that's not really the spirit of this. We're trying to figure out if the vaccine itself affects the quality of your sperm. So this article is about a study that was finished in 2021. So in this study, participants were tested for sperm count, This was to address the concern that the vaccine may have some effect in the fertility of males, and it was found that the vaccine had no effect at all. Now, this article does mention, as it's highlighted, that it's unlikely that the vaccine would affect the sperm parameters. This is because the vaccine do not contain live virus. And you might be wondering, why does it say that? Which is why we're going to move to the next article. Now, in this other article, which also addresses the concern about fertility, it says that actually getting COVID infection can potentially affect the fertility in men. So getting COVID is what actually affects fertility. However, this is just for a few days and it's nothing permanent or major. Now, those last articles only address the fertility. So I know what an anti-vaxxer would be thinking at this point. Oh, well, that's the fertility, but the vaccine, what it does, it basically damages your DNA. So that's where the damage comes from. Now, I would prefer to make a whole video about that claim. For now, I want to keep it short, and the short answer is no. The vaccine does not damage your DNA. I want to, however, err on the side of honesty and include this other article which does talk about that. So the quality of your DNA does affect the price of the sperm. High quality sperm is a thing. But in this very same article, it's mentioned that DNA does not, or more like cannot, modify your DNA, as there is no avenue to modify the genes, as that's a direct quote. And if anybody doesn't want to believe this, which is totally fine, I challenge you, disbeliever, to go to a sperm donation clinic and first of all see if vaccination or non-vaccination is a requirement, and then if you are not vaccinated, well, try to become rich. Try to make a fortune out of selling your non-vaccinated seed. Vaccination has been going on for quite a while now across the globe, so if these claims are true, the prices should have already skyrocketed. I want to go back to this article that I already referenced, where you can actually check just how much you get paid if you want to become a sperm donor. And of course, the links to all the articles that I used are down below in the description.